Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Bricks. Brick shots with Billy Antonio. For 50 more bricks. All that like a with all these bricks. Welcome back, man. Episode 145 of Brick Shots U. Tonio's here. Matt's here. We got a lot to cover. We're going to go over the college football playoff reaction. We got our end of the rivalry weekend reactions, as well as championship predictions. And then we're going to run into our end of season highs and our lows, the big disappointments, and the excitement of the Cinderella stories. We'll talk about the Heisman race heating up a little bit. Then we'll get into the NFL with Justin Tucker's kicking woes. We'll talk about T. Larry's getting a hit and Tom Brady talking about that hit, as well as our Brick Shots U fantasy update. And then we'll get into Billy's best, bringing that back in for you guys this week. Then we'll get our reactions for Green Bay, or not reactions, but we'll react to the NFL, and then we'll give our predictions for the big time games for next week. And then we're going to talk about how bad the NBA is getting. But first, right into the college football react. Here you guys go. It's going to be up on the screen. Matt, we'll go to you first. Where's the problems in this?
The main problem I see is Alabama.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Good. Okay, why?
Well, I seen a stat earlier today. Alabama's 1-3 versus bowl eligible teams this year, whereas South Carolina, another 9-3 SEC team, is 3-1 versus bowl eligible teams. You can't keep giving Alabama the benefit of the doubt. Now, if Saban was there, yeah, he's going to get them boys right. They're going to go off and beat everyone by 40. And, of course, Alabama should have made it. No controversy there. Now, with DeBoer, he might fuck around and Notre Dame might look like Oklahoma and smack the shit out of Alabama. You don't know what you're getting with them.
Well, your stat's wrong, by the way.
What is it? Okay, 2-2.
Courtesy of the Joel Klatt Show. Tell me why South Carolina needs to get in over Alabama. The Missouri win, good job. Woo. They beat Clemson. Okay. Wow.
What's their worst loss? Did they get smacked down by a barely bowl eligible Oklahoma team? The worst in the SEC?
Oklahoma's not bowl eligible.
Okay, not even bowl eligible.
They're 2-2 against the top 25. Alabama is 3-1 against the top 25. They beat Georgia. And they beat South Carolina. They beat a head-to-head matchup. They beat them.
They're too inconsistent.
How bad did they beat South Carolina?
I think it might have been close.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Lamar Sellers had a decent game that.
I got an argument.
Go ahead, Tonio.
I'll pull it up.
No, I'm talking about after Chris is finished. I mean, not Chris. Matt is finished with why Alabama is wrong. Matt's wrong, by the way. But
are you saying Matt? Are you just saying the committee was like, "Oh, it's Alabama. We got to get them in"?
A little bit. Also, like you could have put. I know we all fucking hate Miami. Miami could have just, slid to the very back of the playoffs. Maybe Arizona State is out, but then I just feel like Bama
Miami
is kind of
the top 25 team.
Okay, but they're still 10-2.
Strength of schedule needs to be important. You can't just play nobody and be like,
I remember that.
Yeah, but still, there's those teams they lost to, they didn't get their ass whooped. Did they? No. I think you got to take in your losses as well. Like, you can't just go, oh, yeah, I beat all these good teams, but then I got my ass smacked by a team that's not even going to the bowl. So then you're going to tell me you're going to play that consistently versus all bowl-eligible teams, all college football playoff teams?
But if you want to use that argument, I'm going to use they play better against the better teams, so I want them against the best teams. If that's the argument you want to use.
Well, I mean, if you take their 3-1 versus top 25, they played the same. Because those other two losses weren't versus top 25. So 3 times 3, it's third of the season.
Nah.
So they're 9-3. But also, Alabama and South Carolina, it was 27-25. Very close game.
But loss is a loss. You just told me Miami's record is better.
Yep.
So
that's a good loss or a good win for Alabama and a close loss for South Carolina. So that benefits them. But then I don't know if South Carolina's played Oklahoma. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I get Alabama should be within the realm, but I don't think they should be there.
Okay. Go ahead, Antonio.
But the rest is pretty cut and dry.
I think Ole Miss should be here. Billy, call me biased, call me what you want. But by Matt's argument, it's good losses out here. So, you see us 2-0 against top 25 teams, including Georgia, who's still in the fucking – Georgia still might be best team in the country. Georgia Tech maybe should be in the playoff.
With Haynes King.
Bro, was a lot
when they have Haynes King on the field.
It was a lot of good Georgia Tech wins that we seen, starting with them beating the shit out of Florida State. Like,
before they were bad.
Was that a good win?
It was before they were bad.
It was before we knew they was ass. So yes, it's a good win.
Yeah, Florida State, they were top 10. They were like 6th or 7th in the country.
Yeah, and then they beat Miami. That's a great win. And then if Georgia's defense don't remember, if Kirby don't slap one of them and say, "I'm fucking Georgia," and they beat Georgia, Billy.
Okay.
Not weird Georgia. Kirby, notice I said Kirby said, "I'm fucking Georgia." That's what he did. But I think Ole Miss gets in. I don't think Alabama gets out. I think you bump Indiana, dog. It was a good Cinderella story, but they just showed you that versus a top team, they getting cooked. Don't want to see cooked. I want to see a good game, Billy. They getting cooked. Their offense still good as fuck. I can't take it. That quarterback is really, really good, dog. We talked about him early in the season. He just didn't have like a highlight tape because it's Indiana. Nobody put that together for him. But their offense is really good. But I would rather see Ole Miss in there than Indiana. I also think Ohio State peel it back up.
Yep.
They got to drop further, dog. They got to drop further, bro.
But okay, so
it's that Michigan loss is a bad loss, and I don't want to disrespect Matt, but Michigan's fucking 7-5.
100%. But if you want to use that Michigan loss as a bad loss, Antonio, that Kentucky loss, Kentucky is worse than Michigan.
Yeah, but it was a close game. According to Matt, I said I'm going off of Matt's standards, right? If you go off that, he was like, well, that was, that's a good loss. That's a good loss, Billy. The Florida loss, good loss. Ain't nobody beat the fuck out of us.
In Florida, I think that's crazy to have it on the worst loss because Florida really came around and wanted to play for Billy Napier around the time Ole Miss
to get him a job, bro, to keep his job. So that's a good loss. But if you go to the team that Matt was just championing for, South Carolina, we beat the dog shit out of South Carolina. Like 27.
But did Sellers get hurt? Are we going to count that?
I don't give a fuck, Billy. 27-3, hurt or not, you still put up a fight. That defense still really good. Why your defense couldn't do nothing?
Let me interrupt real quick. But Ohio State, I get your loss, but they also beat Penn State, who the committee has at number 5.
That's
a
bad
top
too.
5 win.
That's bad too.
And let's say Penn State beats Oregon. You got to keep Ohio State in there. They beat a conference champion. I think that's another thing that we're not really getting to.
But let's tell the truth, Billy.
Go ahead.
Let's tell the truth. Penn State not beating fucking Oregon. That's not happening.
I mean, a week ago you would have said Michigan isn't beating Ohio State. Anything can
happen.
I
wouldn't.
In a neutral field, they're not going to be at Autzen Stadium.
Matt, you can pull the clip. I said it. I want Michigan to beat Ohio State.
Yeah, you want, but I don't think you would have went out and put $20 on it.
I did actually. I won $50 off of y'all.
No, because I put 5 and won 45. So that's how I know you're a liar.
I bet on a lot of teams, not just y'all, man.
You put $20 on Michigan to win. You only won $50.
Yeah,
who's your bookkeeper? You should be a millionaire.
But I don't know, Billy. I still don't like the Boise shit being that high. I don't care. I get it. I get the whole Genty for Heisman and shit.
Yeah.
They're going to get cooked. I don't think about it, bro. if Penn State beats the fuck out of Arizona State, or is that Iowa State?
That's Arizona State.
Yeah, Arizona State, then they're going to beat the shit out of Boise. I don't want to see that. Alabama going to beat the dog shit out of Notre Dame. And I don't want to watch that, bro. I don't care. I don't care what Alabama you get. They're going to beat the dog shit out of Notre Dame. They hate Notre Dame because of Manti Te'o. I don't
can't
care
hate on Boise State. You got to hate on the Big 12.
How can I hate on the Big 12? They only got one team representing.
No, exactly. But there was no one who rose to the occasion and like, all right, we're only going to have 2 losses. Everyone has 3 and 4 losses in that league.
I mean, that's a really good conference, Matt. Look at the SEC. We literally doing the same shit. And I know I champion for the SEC because it's the best. Ain't no argument. It's the best conference. But I'm rolling with Billy's coach when he say, hey, if you think about what he said, Oregon just came from the Pac-12. Now they're number 1 team in the country, running another conference. Y'all conference came over there running. Who else he said that just came from the Big 12 and now they running their conference?
SEC,
Big 12, Texas to SEC.
Texas, yeah. And he's just like, bro. I mean, Texas not running the SEC.
But do you honestly think Arizona State is the best in the Big 12?
Hold on. No, I think it's Colorado. Hold on, Billy. Texas has the best record in the SEC. But when they played real competition, Georgia beat the shit out of them. They didn't play Alabama. They didn't play Ole Miss. They didn't play South Carolina. They didn't play
anybody.
Top. Exactly.
They literally got the worst SEC teams on their schedule.
But for the sake of the argument, he not wrong.
Yeah.
They number 2 team in the country. So the Big 12 not having, first of all, and y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all call me a homer all you want, man. I know you will. Not having Colorado in the college football playoffs is dumb on a money standpoint. You know how many people stayed up to watch them play all them late games? They were number 3 watch team in the country this year, man. They not in the playoffs. Their record's not ass.
Like, but I'm on actually, as much as I love Colorado and Dion, I'm on that side. This isn't for that.
I mean, what is for, Billy?
We want the best teams in there.
So Colorado not good? You don't think
Colorado should have handled business versus Kansas? They had no business losing that game. And then they're in here.
Colorado loses to every team on this chart except Arizona State and maybe Indiana. Colorado's going to lose every other game.
Yeah, Genty's going to run through Colorado.
Yeah, but y'all acting like Boise got lockdown defense.
No, Boise will also lose to every other team in that bracket except for
that would be Arizona a good State. Game. Boise versus Colorado. We can't stop the run and you can't stop the pass.
Yeah.
Let's fucking do it.
But I don't know, Billy. Other than that, go back.
Let me
keep taking off.
Sorry.
Other than that, so we can get off of this, I don't see anything wrong. SMU well deserved unless they lose the conference championship. They still will be in, but they got to drop.
No, I think SMU's out if they lose. I think they're absolutely out.
Yeah, but then then Clemson gets in, but then Clemson wouldn't take over one of those 4 spots. Then one of the other teams that we were complaining about, either Boise falls out, but we get another person in for the bye.
No, it would be Arizona State getting that bye if they win the Big 12.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's in the Big 12 championship? Why am I drawing a blank?
But here's where I'm going to have the problem with. Obviously, we don't like Notre Dame in there. I
don't mind them there. I just think they need to change. The college football needs to change how they do it because the other independents, they suck.
Yep.
Notre Dame people want to go there.
Don't give Notre Dame a fucking home game. That's my problem with Notre Dame. Indiana, if you think about and this is where I'm taking it to. Indiana, Tennessee, and Alabama aren't even in Ohio State also aren't even in a conference championship. They should be a lower seed. You shouldn't get a home fucking game and you aren't even in your conference championship. But
Indiana's 10. You can't really get much lower as a 1-loss team.
No, and I understand, but you're getting lower. If you win a conference championship and you have 1 loss, I'm cool with it. I get where you got to be, but that's not the fucking case. They don't play a conference champ. The best win they had is A&M week 1. They lost to NIU. That's the worst loss on this entire board. You can't tell me a worse loss. Maybe Alabama under Oklahoma. That's a worse loss.
No. Oklahoma's competitive, but they just
there's
suck.
nothing worse than NIU, bro. Nothing.
100%. But I will give it to Indiana. I get their strength of schedule is weak, Tonio, and I understand the premise of where you're coming from. But the weak schedule they played, they beat the fuck out of those.
Not out of everybody, Billy. They had some close games. I get it.
The closest game they had was Ohio State. That is the only close game they had. Michigan, 20-15. That was also a close game. Michigan, Ohio State was yeah. Every other game they blew them out.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I can run through real quick.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Hold on, let me pull it up. Fuck, it was up. Here we go. All right. Indiana schedule. They beat Florida International 31-7, Western Illinois 77-3, UCLA 42-13, Charlotte 52-14, Maryland 42-28, Northwestern 41-24, Nebraska 56-7. They beat Colorado, by the way. Washington 31-17, Michigan State 47-10, Michigan 20-15, Ohio State 38-15. They were competitive until Ohio State leaned on them in the fourth quarter. That's where it got issues. And then 66-0 versus Purdue their last game.
Yeah, but they played Charlotte. I ain't impressed.
No, but like I said, Tony, I understand. But a lot of these other teams that are in these playoffs had a lot of close games where there shouldn't have been a close game. And I think you got to put a little bit of respect on Kurt Cignetti for just beating the shit.
They had 2.5 close games and a loss.
Bro said, Google me, bro. He arrogant, bro. I'm just playing.
You're right.
Hey, Billy, let me first of all, real quick, I hope y'all can see this, bro. Shout out to Pure Ambition by my dog Ellington Gear, bro. Y'all can go to Pure Ambition on Instagram, Facebook, all that, bro. Put y'all orders in. He made my shit on the spot. I told him the colorway, what I wanted, and he had it to me in a day. Turn around, the prices are good. Make sure y'all get at him. Probably gonna look at him to make us some stuff as well as my dog Law. Which y'all shout out to Pure Ambition. But Billy Matt got a surprise segment for y'all. None of y'all needed. None of y'all knew what was coming, so I want to just put it in really, really quickly because we got the time. Billy and Matt, I want y'all to give me, and we're just gonna do offense this week. I want y'all to give me y'all the best player in your opinion at these positions. Matt, who was the best quarterback in college this year?
You want to know my real answer here?
I do. And don't I ain't mad at that.
Six interceptions against Pitt.
Yeah, but he led the nation in passing.
No, I get you. I understand.
Yeah, everyone's gonna have a bad game. Like he's playing on fucking Syracuse in a 1940s dome. Like,
yeah, I don't get the dome thing. I don't understand.
Especially in New York, take advantage of that.
Billy,
yeah,
Billy, don't take over my segment, bro. Right. I'm gonna let him go with Kyle McCord, and I'm gonna not be mad at it. Who you got, Billy?
It's Shedeur Sanders.
Oh,
easy.
Can I add something?
Go ahead, Matt.
He had 6 interceptions in one game, but he only had 12 all season. So it was just really a one game. Fuck it.
Well, I got to do it too, and he only had 9. So yeah. Who is this? Probably be clear cut. Who's your running back, Matt?
It's got to be Genty, but I would like to say the guy from Iowa. I mean, it does. He leads the nation. Yeah, he leads the nation in every single category. He's first.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he don't got to be your favorite though. You can. It's your opinion.
Oh, this is my favorite, or who I think the best is.
Oh no, who you think the best? Not your favorite, because you're right.
Okay.
You go and say Donovan Edwards.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't go that crazy. But it's Genty if we're going off the best.
Billy, are we unanimous with that?
I think we got to be.
Yeah, for sure. This is where it gets tricky. Who's your best wide receiver, Matt?
The guy from San Jose State. What's his name?
He has like
Sacramento State. Sacramento State. What's his name?
State. Okay. Because the guy from San Jose State he's like number 1 in receiving yards and touchdowns.
Hold on. Yeah, they're the same school basically.
Who you got, Billy?
Ryan Williams.
And I'm gonna just make it different and go Jeremiah Smith.
I get that too.
Yeah. San Jose State, Nick Nash.
Yeah.
1,300 yards, 16 touchdowns, won the Triple Crown.
Yeah.
I know he didn't play anybody, but still doing that's crazy. 104 catches in college football. You're getting the ball 12 times a game.
He'll be in the NFL next year.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Billy. Who is your best tight end? I know you don't pay attention to the
tight end for Penn State, probably. 44. I can't tell you his name.
Tyler Warren?
Yeah.
Yes. Tyler Warren.
Matt, who you got?
Colston Loveland. If you're a finalist for the Mackey Award winner and your quarterback throws for 60 yards a game, you're doing something right.
How you looking up trivia, Tonio? Come on.
I'm not looking up shit. I'm just making sure you ask. I'm gonna go with I didn't know his name. I was just looking up his name. I'm gonna go with Jaden Rell. It's kind of tricky because he kind of like a fucking or Jaden Riddell. That's his name. He kind of like he from Georgia. Kind of like a wide receiver type too, but yeah, he pretty good. When you have like the quarterback that he has, it's hard.
Took over Brock Bowers' kind of position to just catch.
It's kind of hard. People be thinking I forget, and we don't forget because we like HBCUs. Major shout out to Tavarius Griffin from Alcorn State. Yeah, he pretty good too. But Matt, I know Billy ain't gonna know this one. Who's your best offensive lineman in college, bro?
Best offensive lineman. Beginning of the year, I probably would have said Caden Proctor from Alabama, but he looked absolute dog shit versus Oklahoma. Damn. You know, this year is crazy. Last year, offensive lines were getting a lot of hype, like Olu Fashionow from Penn State, all of Michigan.
Yeah.
Like this year, there's really not much offensive lineman going on. I would say Caden Proctor. I feel like he'd be a first-round pick. Probably him.
Billy, who you got, if you know anybody?
Kid from Texas, Banks, I think.
Kelvin Banks.
Kelvin Banks, excuse me. Yeah, from Texas.
That motherfucker good as hell.
If you watch the Georgia game, he was instrumental in keeping them alive, which is saying a lot.
I was gonna go him, but since you did, I'm gonna go Will Campbell
from LSU.
Yeah,
I respect that. I was thinking Will Campbell was my number 2. That's crazy.
Dog. I hit every position, right?
Yeah.
Not fullback.
Who's the best fullback?
The Low Man Award? It's Max Bresson from Michigan. That dude. Hey, put it on film. Put it on film. When he hits you, everyone goes back 3 yards. It's guaranteed. Ask Jack Sawyer.
Well, what's he going to do? What's he going to do in the NFL? Is he going to be USEC and Ricard?
He's got one more year of eligibility, but he would get drafted as a fullback.
All right, Billy. So this went faster than I thought. So fuck it. Who's the best defensive lineman in college, Matt? No, not Matt. Billy, I know who Matt's going to say.
You weren't going to know who I'm going to say.
You're definitely going to say Mason Graham.
That wasn't the first one that came to mind.
Billy, who you got?
So I don't know. I'm gonna have to hit pass on this one.
Who you got, Matt?
Too many names.
It is Mason Graham, but I will say it's Josiah Stewart. That dude is lightning off the edge. If we had any sort of offense or kept the defense off the field this year, that guy would have had a lot more sacks than he did. I think he had 9.5 sacks, and we were barely on defense all year.
All right, well, if you think he lightning on the edge, let me take you down to Oxford and let you meet Princely Unamelon.
Yeah, if your name's Prince and you're a defensive end, I know you're already good. There's no way you're bad.
Yeah, and he ran 4.68 in the 40, Bill. 2 seconds faster than because Matt's dude ran a 4.7, so he's fast as fuck, dude.
Josiah Stewart.
So, yeah.
How did you pull up his 40 within 2 seconds? Did you just look up the fastest? How do you know that?
Bro, I just know, bro. I practiced this. I knew what I was gonna ask. Y'all
Look at his hat. He's looking at it right now, Matt. Look at him.
Who is? I'm just asking. I'm just looking at position.
Yeah, how the fuck he did run a 4.7, but
Billy, who's the best linebacker in college?
See, defense. You're gonna get names on defense is hard. You might have to pass me on this one too. I'm just gonna hang out and listen to you guys.
There's a guy who just entered the transfer portal. I forget his name, but he had like 130 tackles. Well, actually, I just looked it up trying to find his name. There's 2 dudes from Buffalo with 150 tackles. What the fuck are they doing in Buffalo? Damn, what's that guy's name? I don't want to go. I don't want to
go with Munden Jr. from Georgia, bro. Any linebacker that's from Georgia, it's probably not a miss. It's probably not a miss. And then you could. Actually, you don't think so?
I got one.
You think it's a miss?
No. I got one that came to mind that was actually good.
Who's the best cornerback, Billy?
Rod Johnson from Michigan. Before Matt will say it. Not Rod Johnson.
Will Johnson.
Will Johnson. Excuse me. Yeah.
Who you got, Matt?
I'm gonna say Travis Hunter just because Will Johnson hasn't played in a month and a half, so he only played half a season.
Billy's just a fucking homer.
I mean, he did have like 3 pick sixes this year.
He would have been the first. He would have been the first corner taken in last year's draft too.
I'm going Travis Hunter as well. And yeah, that's where we at, man. I think that was a little fun, Billy.
That was great.
I do want to ask real quick, who y'all got going second quarterback after Shedeur? Is it Cam? I think Carson Beck's draft stock's falling bad.
Yeah.
I think Quinn's shit has fallen.
I would say I think Cam. So before I say it, I don't want anyone to freak out. I think Cam goes before Shedeur, but I think some team just looks at him, size, stature, and the way he came in. I could see Cam going first.
No, not at all.
I got a strange one that I feel like is going to be like an off-season riser. Cade Klubnik. He had a good year. He's mobile. He's kind of like a Bo Nix-ish, but bigger. And like I think he threw like 5 picks this year, almost 30 touchdowns. Like, if it wasn't for him, like Clemson probably just been absolute dog shit.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
When the shit got tough, he just took off.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Billy. I think this first year we could potentially see 3 back-to-back black quarterbacks. Shedeur, Cam. I got a shocker for you, but looking good. Real, the NFL like what they see with Lamar and Jaden. Jalen Milroe, bro.
Yeah. And I wish I knew where Sellers was. Is he? You think he's going to come out in the draft, or do you think he's going to play another season?
I think he stays. Bro.
Because Sellers is a dog too.
But you also in that mix, if you don't, I think a lot of people sleep on Nussmeier from LSU. He's coming out. Didn't have the best season, but didn't have
games, dude. He lost it. Like he just got a little bit of the yips in those bigger games.
Yeah, but they still got Carson Beck top 5. He lost it in every big game. He almost lost it in the Georgia Tech game.
Dart's gonna go before him.
Before
Nussmeier?
Yeah. Nussmeier's a day 3 pick, Tonio. I like your dark horse though, but he's a day 3 pick.
Dart is kind of like a Will Levis. He's gonna be top of the second round if he doesn't slide into the first.
I don't think he's sliding the first. I think them games that we lost because of him, throwing them late game picks, people gonna look at he
The
freezes.
3 picks in a row that he threw against
Will
Florida
Levis was putting
crazy.
mayo in his coffee, and they still took him that high.
That's true.
Let's go, Billy. What we got?
Real quick, let's do the championship game predictions. Let's make this one a little quick so I can reel it up. But we'll do Penn State, Oregon. Is anyone taking Penn State?
And a neutral site.
I'm taking Penn State, if that makes anybody feel better.
Drew Aller's not bad. It's just get James Franklin out of his own way. Because that team's just as talented.
Make a pick, Matt.
Penn State.
Okay.
Whoa.
Texas, Georgia, Antonio.
I'm going Georgia again. They got proved that they belong to be in the playoffs. I know they in the playoffs, but going toe-to-toe, even if it is your rival with Georgia Tech, that don't sit well with I'm mean as fuck Kirby. So, yeah, they finna beat the shit out of Quinn Ewers might get hurt before the draft. I don't wish that on him, but Kirby might have them boys head. And he's seen there's nothing Sark can do to scheme against that defense. He did everything, and Sark's an offensive genius. It was just better than that offensive line. So unless he got somebody on that offensive line that's brand new and shit, it's about to be bad again. Gotcha. And I know he don't want to put Arch in and get him killed. I wish he would, me personally, for him not going to Ole Miss.
It's just so hard to say because it's only been Georgia and Alabama the last fucking feels like 12 years. I'm going to say Texas just because they just have so much on that team.
I also wanted to go Texas, but you and I picked Penn State, so I'll take Georgia again. I think it's so hard to beat a team twice. But now we're going to Clemson SMU. Does Clemson go ahead and crush SMU's dreams? Matt, go ahead.
I believe so. I think this is when Kirby is at his best in big games, not outside of Georgia beginning of the year. I think Kirby's kind of found his identity with Clemson, even though they still have
Dabo, bro. Why the fuck are you saying Kirby? You drunk?
Oh my god. They both have dumbass names from the like Dabo and fucking Kirby, right? Dabo, I think he does well. You know, he's won 2 national championships. Him and Kirby the only guys with national championships. I think if he wants any hope of
Matt Brown technically.
Well, he's fired now. But I'm gonna go Clemson, but I think it's gonna be a close game.
Tonio?
I hate to say it, but I think I want Clemson to be trash. I don't like Clemson. But I think they win this.
Gotcha. All right. I actually have a surprise video. Before we get into rivalry weekend, I got this sent to me early Saturday morning. Wasn't that great? What
did Jim Carrey say? Loser. What? Man. Hey, shout out to Buckeye Aaron, man. We miss you on the show. I wish you were here so we could troll you in person. What? 4? Is that 4 years now in a row?
Yep.
Yeah. Why are you still getting up early in the morning, excited for Ryan Day to go let you down again? Billy Butt, I see your video and I raise you another.
Now it's white versus red. Happy Thanksgiving. All right, take a look at Peters getting beat like a local reporter. All right, they beating them like allegations.
Wait, I don't think I started at the beginning. Hold on. There we go.
Wave the flag on our field again, bro. All right, now I was acting cool because we was in public. All right, but calmly, you put your hands on me like that again, shake me like your mama's ass, we gonna have some problems. Right? Because y'all ain't have all this fight during the game. Right? When you look at the film, y'all ain't have that much fight after the game. All right, let's see it. Right? They planted the flag. Now it's white versus red. Happy Thanksgiving. All right, take a look at Peters getting beat like a local reporter. All right, they beating them like allegations. Still going. All right, take a look at number 90. 62 gonna grab him. Bam! Slam him like brakes. All right, take a look at Jacobs. They dragging him down like bad friends. Right? Take a look at Zibikowski. Oh my God. It's a team fight. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. Maybe I should just choose somebody I know I could beat up. It worked for Jake Paul. Oh, here we go. He's not even looking. I'm gonna hit him like the lottery. Never mind. I chose wrong like Sky Jackson. He about to hit me with a belly-to-belly suplex. He must have trained under Chris Benoit. If we knew they had all this ruthless aggression, we would have just let him plant the flag. Now I'm getting thrown like a baby shower. All right, so we took 2 L's, like Cool J. All right, let's take a look at the first one, right? Because y'all can fight to keep the flag at the center of the field, right? But y'all can't fight to keep the running back out the end zone. Look at y'all getting pushed back so far, we need a sorry for the wait. Touchdown. Right, take a look at Tanner Howard, right? Whole day you was throwing Crunchwrap Supremes to the defense. We should have kept Kyle McCord. I know you saw him out there in New York throwing up the set. I know they had to hurt your pride, right? Take a look at the kicker, right? We closer than Phineas and Ferb, and you still missing. Oh, we didn't forget about you, Coach Ryan Davis. You had everything going for you. $20 million team. They missing 2 of their best players. You dyed your beard, and you still lost. Listen, I promise we gonna beat them next year. There ain't gonna be no next year. Think we just gonna keep letting you screw us over and over again with no title? Do we look like your mama? You either win the national title this year or you out. All right, let's move on. All right, guys, we gonna add a squabble period to practice.
Hey, shout out to Coach 30. That was I sent you the video, Antonio. I hadn't seen the whole thing because I was like, I want to get the reaction on the show. Woo!
Aggressive, we got pushed back like a sorry for the wait.
You see my face to that.
That don't know music, that's Lil Wayne's mixtapes when his albums was being held up by Birdman. Hey, Coach 30 is funny, bro. You ain't got no title, just like your mama. Oh,
jeez. Look.
Matt, you got first crack at it, man. This your game. The Egg Bowl was a slaughter. We don't have to talk about that.
It was the perfect game. It was just Ryan Day still in a Jim Harbaugh blender. He wanted to come out and just, I'm not born on third. I made it to third. I made something in my career. And he wanted to out-tough, out-physical Michigan when he could just throw to Jeremiah Smith 14 times that game. We didn't have a cornerback who could cover him. They decided to throw to their third wide receiver, Cornell Tate. I don't even think Ibuka got a fucking target all game. And Jeremiah, like, they could have just did that all game. They went down the field before half, scored a touchdown in like 35 seconds. And I was like, God damn, all right, it's over. Came back out. Nope, we're going to run right up the middle. We've got 2 320-pound monsters. Like, just absolute, like, you could run to the edge. Like, our edges are good pass rushers, not good run stoppers. But we have the best run stoppers in the middle. And then we have 2 really good run-stopping linebackers. Like, that's the strength of our defense. You can do anything else you want. Look at Texas. Look at the Oregon game. They didn't run in the middle at all other than, to set up some play action like you just have to. And they just did quick shit to the outside and abused our defensive backs who all left. They all went to the NFL last year. Now it's just a whole new group. They abused them. And Ohio State was like, nah, we're just going to run up the middle. And it didn't work. It didn't work. And then he threw 2 picks. So, typical Ohio.
Coach 30 hit the nail on the head, Billy. And I'll pray for this. I really did, because Judkins would have had so much better season at Ole Miss this year than he did at Ohio State. This is probably his worst season in his college career. Yeah, it is his worst season in his collegiate career. I don't know if he got 1,000 yards.
I think they both did. Both running backs got 1,000 yards.
He didn't get 1,100 like he was at Ole Miss, though. He might have, but it didn't look good. It wasn't nobody talking about him like they was.
Judkins had 805 yards.
Okay. What does Travion Henderson have? But, Tonio, 100%. Coach 30 hit everything on the head. Matt's analysis was great. I did want to get to the flag planting shit. And this is something I want to talk about last week. Go ahead, Matt.
Travion had 751 yards, 40 less carries than Judkins.
So the flag planting shit, you got so many people saying it's classless, blah, 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 whatever. I know I was the old man, get off my lawn when I'm saying, hey, I'm sick of the running the field when you're one of the top programs in the country. You should not run the field if you're Ole Miss, Alabama, Georgia, Texas, even Michigan on a down year. You don't storm the fucking field. Now, I've never been to college. I don't know, understand. Like maybe I'm missing something. I'm not saying I'm right. But when you're a top program, that's not what you do. Also, to counteract that point, if you're a top program, beat them so they don't plant a flag in the middle of the field. Just don't. If that's what you want to if you're upset about that. I don't understand. We have these rivalries that are so embedded and so great that you're upset they plant the flag. Before the game started, and I'm saying the game because that's what you call Ohio State, Michigan. What was the hype video? Was it great plays? No, it was Michigan Ohio State coming out of the tunnel before they were supposed to. It was Michigan talking their shit before Ohio State came to the field. It was all the bad hits. It was all the coaches getting upset. It was the bloody coaches. It was the whole shebang. That's what we're looking for in college football. So don't tell me it's classless, it's this or that, because that's just what the fuck you do. If you win, they can't plant the flag in your field. I don't understand the point. But they beat you, and then you're upset that they beat you. And again, like Coach 30 even said, now you want to fight. Now you want to play well. Not like what happened for literally. And Matt, correct? Who's the running back's name?
For who?
For Michigan.
Khalil Mullings.
Khalil Mullins said it best. He said, we just played for fucking 48 minutes. Excuse me.
60.
We just played for a whole hour. What are we fucking doing? You played for a whole hour and you're upset with after the game, the next 6 minutes of that. You're mad. You weren't mad at all for a whole hour of football. What are we fucking doing? What is happening? And
I mean, he also said you got to learn how to lose. And Michigan, we've had two major college football programs before Michigan knew we were this bad. Texas planted their flag in Ann Arbor, right?
Yeah.
Did you see a scuffle? Did you see a fight? No, we're the defending national champions. You'd expect maybe a team like if that happened, oh yeah, defending national champions got beat. We, go out there and fight. No, we got our ass beat. We lost. We went to the fucking locker room and that was it. Same thing with Oregon. Like, you lost. This is what we do now because we just took over your stadium. Like, this is college football now. And we took over their stadium and they didn't like it.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's because it's Michigan, you're upset. Baker Mayfield did the same thing when Oklahoma went in there and beat Ohio State. And I didn't see a problem with it then. Some players might have, but at the same time, Nick Bosa, even because he was on that Ohio State team, he did it when he sacked Baker. He did a pretend flag and stomped it in after he sacked him. It's just a thing you do. It's just what happens. And I don't understand. You lost. You lost.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just that not a single person on that team who was, been on Michigan, maybe some transfers have beat Michigan. I don't know. But no one from those recruiting classes have beat Michigan. So it's just a frustration of like, we can't get past these guys. And for 3 out of the last 4 years, they've had a better team than us other than last year.
So then let me ask you, did Ohio State did they not plant their flag in Ann Arbor?
I mean, last time they beat us was before this epidemic took over. But you've seen the hype videos. Well, I mean, obviously Baker's been in the league for 8 years now or so, but like,
yeah, was that years ago? Fuck.
Yeah, that was quite a while ago. Yeah, it's just I don't.
Well, this is what made me mad, man.
I told you, okay, back in. I was like,
this is what made me mad.
I forgot what I was saying.
You get your ass whooped, or it wasn't even no ass whooping, but you lose, and then after the game you go fight, and then you get your ass whooped. That's more embarrassing, bro.
Yeah, you didn't see those players winning the Michigan, like the fights versus the players. It was they charged them and then Michigan throwing them on the ground.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So you get out physical on the field of play, and then you go out there and the people that won got to out physical you again. That's embarrassing. I would have had them motherfuckers running gashes. I don't even think we do that shit in college ball, Billy. But I would have made them motherfuckers drop all their gear, and we would have ran 110s until the fucking sun went down.
I think one thing that doesn't go really noticed, I've seen it some places, but it's what Ryan Day and Sherrone Moore did during that. Sherrone Moore's trying to break it up. Ryan Day looks like Mitch McConnell just stuck, just sitting there like he was just standing there, and you can see it when he's like, they planted a flag on our field, bro. Like Ryan Day's right there 2 feet away. Didn't say anything to him. Like that's
first of all,
that's crazy.
That's Billy, that's where you can be Kirby Smart at. You don't get your motherfucking hands off me, man.
Okay.
You just lost the game and you trying to shake me. Are you fucking crazy? I would have, hey, I'm a man, I'm 40. I would have beat the shit out of him. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? I don't care about. Don't show me how strong you is now. You just got your ass, just like Coach 30 said. Hey, you just got pushed back further than the sorry to the weight. That shit's crazy, Billy. What we got next, though? The game.
Real quick, Tony, no, I had one more. Because Sark, wanted to plant a flag in Kyle Field, and Sark was like, what the fuck are you doing? Hey, we got playoffs. We're worried about we got Georgia in a week. Like, what are you fucking doing? Don't worry about this shit. We got to move the fuck on from A&M and go.
Well, Sark is different, Billy. Sark, what coaching tree did Sark come from?
The Nick Saban coaching tree.
You don't see nobody from Nick Saban coaching tree because you seen the fans storming the field when we beat Georgia. You didn't see no players out there, Billy.
True.
It's a different coaching tree, dog. Nick Saban, Alabama done beat the shit out of people plenty of times. They not planting no flag. They just beating your ass on the field. You seen it. Yeah. You seen that video when they were talking about Notre Dame. Oh, yeah, we heard y'all talking. They didn't beat their ass in the tunnel, Billy. They went out there and demolished them boys on the field.
Yeah.
Game over. Let's shake it up. We knew we was going to win. Go to the locker room. That's it's a different coaching tree, Billy. I'm not calling Ryan Day a shitty coach because he only lost.
Well, I mean, he was
5 games.
Another shitty coach.
Yeah, he's only lost 5 games in 4 years. So that's not shitty, man. I can't say that. He only lost to y'all.
I didn't say Georgia. Ryan Day was shitty. I just said he came
saying,
under another shitty human being, Urban Meyer.
I see what you're saying.
And that coaching tree is different, bro.
Well,
Urban Meyer.
He's not really under his tree. He just Ryan Day's
because he's the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I feel like he's a mentorless head coach. he just bounced around before he got that OC job.
Well, I did want to throw out because Brea was like, like she's always asking questions like, hey, why is it so like I'm better than you at football? But it's like, what if you could get beat up? And it's like, I could be really good at football and lose in a fight, but if I beat you in football, that's what I'm celebrating. I'm not saying I can beat your ass, but I'm better than you at this sport.
Me and my boys beat your ass.
Yeah,
what's that?
Me and my boys beat your ass because football's a team sport. It's not like
Billy,
it was just me. All right.
When I was younger, when I was my senior year, it was kind of cool, bro. And I'm not saying it's the right thing, but we was beating people ass on the field, and I knew I had people on my team that if they wanted to fight off the field, we would beat their ass again. And that's not the right way at all. But that's what Michigan displayed. Hey, we've been beating y'all ass for the last 4 years. Now off the field, we're going to show y'all why we've been beating y'all ass. And that's not really a thing. But I know a lot of football players that were stronger than me. And I know I beat them.
So, like I said, too, in high school, it's kind of – I don't know if you guys did the same thing, but we kind of did a college-esque where you'd go pray with the guy, like next to you or whatever.
It's just depending on because I've been from the hood. It just depended on the team, dog. Like we played a couple teams like Strayhorn. I never forget. It was like their first year, bro. It was senior night. We beat them like 63-6 or 63-3. First team I ever seen kick a field goal. But bro, I'm like pancaking these dudes, bro, and on the field, bro, they like, hey, bro, you kind of good. You real good at this shit. Why I'm like destroying them. And I'm like, I can't even be mad at this dude, bro. Like, he giving me compliments while I'm just pushing him 30 yards up the field. Yeah. It was teams like that we prayed with. But, like, my senior year, dog, we played 3 rivals. It wasn't no love lost there. We prayed on their field after we won. Like, that was disrespectful. We probably should have got out of there. It was bad because during the game I pushed the dude over the fence, bro. Like, it was bad, bro. got a flag and everything, but it was that's what type of blood it was. So I know y'all Texas people probably way different.
You guys see Donovan Edwards and the two other Buckeyes in the middle of the fight?
Where they were praying?
Yeah.
Yep, I did see that. I thought that was very cool.
See, and that's the thing, Billy. Like, you got some people that know how to be there, bro. And I don't care what nobody say. This is just personal for me. Anytime somebody want to praise the Lord, hey, you got it.
Let's do it.
Give the Lord his thanks, you know.
Yep.
But the rest of the team around him was beating ass. So praise God and beat Ohio.
All right, Tonio. So you want to get into this, the Heisman race? I think it's Genty easily.
You're an idiot. You my brother. I love you, but you're an idiot. That's a dumb take. I don't believe you're an idiot for real. Hey, fans, we don't talk like that. I just don't. I get it, bro. Genty got all these rushing records. I seen him being compared to Barry. I seen him with Derrick Henry numbers.
Better than.
But the thing is, especially when Derrick Henry was playing.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry was playing against men. It was other defenses that was knocking his ass the fuck out, and he was still getting off, right?
Yeah.
Genty out there playing against high school players. I know that colleges, no disrespect to them, but in that conference, Billy, the best team he played was Oregon, but the jury's still out on Oregon because the Big Ten kind of trash. So yeah, I get it. I gotta respect his numbers, bro. But Billy, we've never seen 1,000-yard receiver, 10 touchdowns, and then 4 pick, 16 pass breakup, 140 snap corner, bro.
Sure.
In the same person. I get it. In a better conference, so they play better teams. But like Shador said, bro, Travis was the heart of Colorado. Even though I do think, and this is off topic, I get right back on real quick. I do think Shador should have at least a nod at being looked at for the Heisman, just a nod.
Yeah.
Just because he still was the best quarterback in college with not the worst offensive line this year, but still not a great offensive line. Like
I just seen he was still top 5 and getting sacked in the nation, which is crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Fire your offensive line coach. What the fuck are they doing?
It's just that offensive line coach is really good. Because out of that, he took 2 freshmen this year because they finally fired Hank, the center, and he put in Cash Cleveland, and him and Jordan Seaton had a year. Jordan Seaton is a fucking he's a freshman All-American, man. You don't get that just because of the name. He actually was really, really good. Cash Cleveland just started playing 3 weeks ago, and Shador ain't been sacked up the middle. It was that right side of the line, for real. We being honest. That right side was getting demolished out here. But I don't think we've seen nothing like Travis. And the best running back award, I get at the Genty hands down. But the Heisman is supposed to be not the best quarterback, not the best running back, but the best player. Travis Hunter is without a doubt. There's no argument to say he's not the best player in college football. So that's what the Heisman Award is supposed to submit. Now, it could be different now because there is a College Football Player of the Year award as well.
Yeah.
But I still think Travis.
That's what Travis is going to get.
But he should get the Heisman. I know Matt's going to say Genty, so we don't even have to go through why.
No, I think it's going to be Travis, but I think Genty's going to get a lot more votes than you'd think. But my one argument would say is that you can't argue that Genty's not the best at his position, but you could argue that at wide receiver he's not the best in the country. You could argue at DB he's not the best. He doesn't lead the nation in any one of the categories, but he is very good on both sides, maybe top 15 at both sides, which is we've never seen before.
Well, see, Matt, the only caveat to that is the finalist in the Thorpe. His numbers on defense is way better than all 3 of them. So what are we looking at for a cornerback?
But the same thing, if he's not on there, why are those guys? If his numbers are better, there's other guys who are better don't make that award.
I know. So that's what I'm saying. Like Deion said he figured it out. He said that the same night the Thorpe's been giving away, the Heisman is too. So that's where it is. But Billy,
real fast while we're talking about Heisman's. So the closest Heisman race ever, and I think this is going to be the one that beats it, was Mark Ingram over Toby Gerhart with a 28-point margin of difference. That's crazy.
Toby Gerhart was a monster.
He was, but I think Travis beats him by 14 max, Billy.
Ooh,
I think it's gonna be way closer.
Okay.
I do. Travis should get it, and if Genty does get it, then he beats Travis by like 6.
But okay, so let me wrap this up. Last question, Tonio. If Genty does get it, are you upset that Travis didn't get it, or are you?
I am, but I respect it. I ain't like fuck the voters, fuck all that. Okay. But I am upset because, like I said, bro, it's the best player award, and it's like Shador said, he hates how you got to tear down another player to like build your people up, man.
Yep.
You wish everybody could get it, but I think I'm with Shador. Genty he's gonna easily win the best running back award for sure, but the Heisman is the best player. Also, Travis, go ahead, man.
Well, Shador is going to get Heisman votes. Do you think the votes going towards him are going to be taken away from Travis or Genty? Because that might be a deciding factor too. Is like if Shador ends up in the third, but then Genty wins, they can just look at each other and be like, "Man, you fucked me."
Well, I think so. This is the thing, man. Shador been championing for him, but I think if both of them end up on that stage, then neither one of them gives. Shador for sure said he want Travis to win it, but I think if Travis see both of them make it, he was like, the win is in making it, being recognized. I know he want to win it.
That's so respectable. Golly.
Yeah. He said both of them being recognized because Shador been championing for him, and he was like, Travis tweeting was like, bro, enough about me. Let's talk about Shador more because you got to see who the best. Well, he already won the Unites. That's so. But Billy, let's close college on some controversial, bro. Unless you had something else.
Nope. Absolutely. Let's take it.
Matt, I want your opinion. I'm glad you're here. I know you who you are, so I'm interested to see how you react to this.
Okay.
Jim in college football as a whole. I would the greatest
keep doing this, my fault.
Jim in college football as a whole. I would even say history. You probably think Nick Saban. Probably would think Kirby Smart. You probably would think Jimbo Fisher. You probably would think Dabo. You probably would think Bobby Bowden. You probably would think Lou Holtz. Bear Bryant. Pat Dye. Auburn. But all those coaches was white. If you give a black coach the magnitude of Deion Sanders, the resources, I guarantee you college football ain't ready for that. I promise you that.
Why you say that?
It's a thing that they call relatability. And when Deion Sanders walk into your living room versus Kirby Smart walking into your living room, I can get to the same place, and that's the NFL. And it's a lot of times coaches are like ministers. You choose your church not because of the message that they're telling you, it's the belief that what they're telling you, you believe in.
What did he say GM at first?
The greatest gym.
What does that mean?
Gym. Like best gym, like a sapphire, like a gym.
Like on college when you get a recruit, he a gym.
At first I thought he was talking about like people named Jim. I was like, the fuck, where's this going? But I understood it after it went on, but I didn't know what he said at first.
I'll start with you, Billy. My question is, Well, first of all, what an analogy, because we talked about it the other day. But my question is he right?
So here's the thing. I could say no, but I haven't seen, if you think about it, I can't name you another black college coach where we could go in the NFL. You know, you have your Mike Tomlins, right? You have your Marvin Lewis, for as much as he gets shit on. You know, you have great black excellence, right? But look at Notre Dame and Marcus Freeman, right?
Yeah.
He's he's very good at being a head coach, and he's a black head coach, but he doesn't. I think he quote unquote, what Cam said it best. I think relatability is he relating to, let's say, someone quote, and again I'm going to keep saying quote unquote from the hood. Is Marcus Freeman going to relate to that? He's an Ohio State Buckeye. His dad went. It was, you know what I mean. Now you could say the same thing about Deion. He lived in Flower Mound, Texas. Great. His kids went to Euless. They did great things, and those are very nice neighborhoods.
Billy. See, that's why I gotta stop you really quick. You say he lived there, but where did he grow up at?
100%. That's where I'm coming from, right? So you see the way Deion was able to do for his kids because they were from those more privileged areas, right? So I do wonder if it's relatability where you come in and say, I could do this for your son. Because is it the relatability for what he did with his son?
I don't even think it's that. Well, Matt, let me let you go before I break down how I feel.
I mean, yeah, we haven't seen it to scale, but I would say Sharon Moore, a new head coach who's not a white guy, right? But I get like recruiting and all that stuff. At the end of the day, is
but Matt, hold on before you keep going, because I know you say Sharon, man, he is a black coach, but you got to see what Cam said too. He said the magnitude of Deion Sanders. So that's a little different than Sharon, you know.
But it's not that Sharon and Marcus Freeman can't get there if they win a national championship. It's just their own magnitude in a different way.
For sure.
Your son's gonna get drafted, and I'm winning national championships here. But I would just say it's the relatability and it's the what can you do for them. Like if Kirby Smart walks in your house, I don't know what his background was, but he's probably not relating to most of the recruits he's going towards. But guess what? He's going to get them to the NFL. When Jim Harbaugh was there, we had 10, 12, we had 17 people drafted. Like your son's going to the NFL. If you come here and you stay, you're going to the NFL. And that's what all these kids mostly want. But it's also like a fit. Like, am I going to play? Blah, blah, blah. But I get what he's saying also, because if you can do both those, college football might not be ready for that.
And see, Billy, I agree with Matt wholeheartedly. So Billy, the relatability thing, me and you, best friends, we brothers. But where did you grow up, Billy?
In poorer areas.
Exactly. We relate a lot. We listen to the same music, except for rock. We eat the same food. We both like ribs. We both like being family man. We both love the Lord. They're relatable areas, bro. Like different reasons threw us there. It don't make me not like Matt because Matt is my best friend as well. But I know Matt through you. I'm relatable to Matt because of you, right? But if Deion, and here's where the kicker is. Deion got, first of all, he started in Jackson State. He got Isaiah Bolden. I think that's his name. If not, sorry, John, ain't did that in a while. But he got him to the 7th round in the draft, but he got him drafted.
Yeah.
Cornerback, got him drafted from Jackson State, bro. And it had been the last person from HBCU was Tariq Cohen, the running back from.
Matt, I thought the Lions had another cat from Jackson State.
The Lions drafted James Houston, Deion's last year.
Yeah.
We actually just cut him.
Yeah.
He had like 7 sacks or whatever his rookie year.
Yeah, he had 8 sacks his rookie year.
Yeah, I'm talking about before Deion, bro. I'm saying
I'm tracking you.
So Tariq Cohen, North Carolina A&T, the running back that was at Chicago for a minute.
Yeah.
It was him, bro. But the relatability is, Billy, any way you shake it, bro, and probably like 87, 90% of college football is what demographic is? Black, bro. Now you take that 90%. Probably about 70% grew up where, Billy?
Don't ask. I think it's unfair if I said they're from poor communities because I don't know enough.
I mean, Billy, I don't. We already got over this racist shit. Now, if Matt said it,
Sure.
probably say something. It's the mustache, Matt. It ain't you. Most of them came from the hood, Billy. Most of them come from the hood. They got they in situations because you see it every year. You see it with these people say, "Hey, I want to thank my mama. She been down, holding it down for me." Blase. Boom. I'm picking this school because this coach said this and that. Well, now you got this dude Dion or Coach Prime that I wanted to do the same thing for my mama, and then he did it. Coming from the same places, looking like the same people, and being as athletically gifted as these people. And now I got the resources to do whatever. Because Colorado, we keep it a bean. He turned Colorado around, bro, but Colorado ain't top 75 in money, I'm sure. They don't have
they were.
They don't even have a baseball team, baby. Somebody said that on one of the
videos.
They
don't. They have a baseball team.
Matt, Google it and let me know how right I am. Colorado don't got a baseball team, Billy.
Elevation.
That's crazy.
So, they definitely don't have the same resources as a Alabama, as a Ohio State, as a Michigan, as a Texas. But if you take just even this year, Billy, or last year when he took the Colorado off, will make Colorado be Florida State.
They have baseball.
They do?
Yeah.
It's a sport that don't got.
Joel Klatt was a baseball player.
I thought he played football.
He did, but he came back.
It's one team, one sport that they don't have that they said they should have had. I want to say Matt might be looking at Google, bro, but I seen a video.
I'm on their website. Men's sports: basketball, cross country, football, golf, skiing, track and field. Women's sports. This is just a little drop down tab, so there's probably more. Basketball, cross country, golf, lacrosse, skiing, soccer, tennis, track and field, volleyball.
Softball? I didn't hear softball.
You didn't say baseball neither with men's sports.
Well, this is just a little drop down tab at the top of their website.
Yeah, they don't have like a fucking machine.
Yeah, but I don't. You would hear baseball, Billy.
So tell me, let me real quick. Do you think it's because I had to look up like other black coaches that like just weren't coming to my mind. So Fran Brown from Georgia to Syracuse did a great job this year. Deshaun Foster, right? Another black head coach that's doing really well. But and you and I have talked about this 100 times. You're the first person to ever point this out to me. Are they the reason that Deion's different from them is that because they are the quote unquote right kind of black people, where that's who you're okay with meeting your son, where there's a little less, and I'm going to quote unquote again, swag. There's a little bit of less quote unquote cockiness, right?
Yeah, like so because James Franklin black, right?
I think he's half. But he would
be the right black person. He would be the right black guy, Billy. Because James Franklin can go. Everybody was like, well, why don't Deion got them the big country white boy offensive lineman? Well, I don't know if that just appeals to Colorado's swag, appealing to them big country corn-fed dudes like that. And I could be wrong. Deion might have somebody for that. But I think it is that, Billy. Like a lot of them coaches that you just mentioned, they didn't grow up in bad homes, and that's not a bad thing. I'm not championing being down bad. I'm just saying these people grew up with the privilege of being able to go to like private schools and all that shit. Deion didn't see that. Deion said he was riding in the back of the trucks as a shorty to get to school. Like, you know. And then the biggest word is magnitude. None of them coaches that we name are ever gonna be Deion Sanders. And it's not because they are shitty people or nothing like that. But you talking about a dude who won
Deion Sanders like that.
It's Deion Sanders, best cornerback ever played a game. Then he played baseball and was good as fuck at that too.
Won a World Series, like
right after playing a playoff game.
Yeah,
Billy. That's so. That's where I'm saying I don't down any black coach because it ain't a lot of black coaches in college. So I'm happy for the ones that are there. But when he said the magnitude, If you give somebody like, and that's why, and we'll jump into the NFL because we took a lot of time. We ain't gonna talk NBA today, Billy. It ain't gonna happen.
I've seen that.
And this is the last thing I'm gonna say. That's why a lot of analysts was like, get Dion to Jerry Land, bro. Because it ain't. If it was Jerry World, they'd be winners. Disney World or a bunch of winners. It's Jerry Land, Plantation. Right. They were like, get him there because there's nothing bigger. There's nothing more prime than primetime Deion Sanders. Well, that's the same in the college world, Billy. Why you think he getting hated on? Because he flipped. He did that shit too fast. 1-11 to 4-8 to 9-3, and arguably, if they play better, defense lock up twice, they should be 10-1. Realistically, shouldn't have lost to Kansas State. Shouldn't have lost to Kansas. Yeah, Nebraska, they got their ass whooped. That was that. That was that. But them other ones shouldn't have lost. But yeah, Bill, let's talk NFL. Unless you want to say something.
Can I add something? Do you think that the way that Colorado recruits and attacks the transfer portal over high school recruits? I know the high school recruits that are coming in, they expect them to play. But do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing? Because for offensive linemen and stuff, like, you need them to come in and gel and buy in. Like Michigan, I'm going to go back to it because we went back-to-back Joe Moores and it's never happened. Those guys came in, developed, the seniors left, and they started their like red shirt junior year. So basically their senior year of college. They had 2 years eligibility. So they've already been in college for 4 or 5 years. They've added 30 pounds of muscle. They've done all this stuff. They didn't just come from the University of Buffalo where little undersized, didn't get recruited because of different things. And then he played well, but then now they're at a bigger stage, right? I feel like that's going to be the downfall of Colorado. They're always going to have those skill players.
So I think that's where you learn from. Because if you look, Cash Cleveland, Jordan Seed, straight from IMG. Them high school players, they start. He just signed 2 4-star offensive linemen from high school.
Yeah.
So I get it,
but that's also
he's
the issue
now. So you think you need? What do you do?
Well, I mean, he's got to start somewhere. But like,
yeah,
you can't just add offense and defensive line unless it's a freak like Seaton. He was like the 4th overall recruit or something crazy.
Yeah.
No, like, but let me kind of close it out for Matt, Tony, if you don't mind me answering the question.
Yeah, for sure.
Dion had to do that to rebuild that program. So once Dion laid that foundation, now that's where you bring in the recruits. That's where you bring in those.
But he's not still.
No. But that's what I'm saying. But it's, again, it has to be changed a little bit. So yes, it's a lot of transfer portals, but as he's going to recruit, it's just a little bit. So you have that foundation. It's just a little bit here, a little bit more here, and that foundation's still going to spread. Colorado is not a fucking program like Michigan where kids go to Michigan because they want to go to Michigan.
Well, kids are going to come from all over the country to play for Dion. It doesn't matter what he could have went to University of Wyoming and all these players would still be there.
Well, I'm gonna go to Nick Saban. We can close it out. I do like him hitting the transfer portal because look at us. We lost to Florida and Kentucky, but the games where Nick said we couldn't compete with Georgia and I guess Georgia because we didn't play Alabama this year. Well, we did. We went out there and dominated because he got in the portal and got aggressive on the line, offensive and defensive line. Now, I don't know if Nick or if Dion would have got that caliber of people this year, but I think next year is going to be Dion's best coaching year. You know why? Because he can coach unbiased. I don't got to worry about sitting Shiloh down. I don't got to worry about telling Shador what to do and me getting into it because of his son. I don't got to worry about telling Travis nothing, Jimmy, nothing. All these people going to be fresh so I can coach unbiased. I can holler at these quarterbacks like that. I can holler at – well, he was hollering at them, but, you get what I'm saying? Like, in the back of your head, I don't think nobody's that perfect to cut that switch off like son, coach. It's hard, right? Shador getting knocked down is like, fuck, my son getting hit. But instead of, damn, my quarterback got to get rid of the ball or we got to do something about this offensive line. So we'll see it unbiased this year, man. But, Billy, let's transition to NFL because I'm sorry. I didn't know – I knew it would do this, but I apologize.
You're okay. So we're going to go a little bit of Ravens. They're on a bye week this week. But I want to talk about Justin Tucker. Look at this. This is one of our what do you memes of the week. Justin Tucker's field goal percentage before messing with Patrick Mahomes pregame during the playoffs, 90%. Justin Tucker's field goal percentage after messing with Mahomes and stuff from the Raptors is Black Magic, 73%. God, it's awful. Now, Chris said in the group chat, Chris isn't here to defend himself, but he was talking about cutting Justin Tucker. That's dumb. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Number one, he's the GOAT of kicking. Okay, he's having a bad year. I understand that, and he had a bad year last year. Now, the NFL loves stories, and if we're believing in quote-unquote scripts, Justin Tucker is going to make a kick that you need him to make eventually. You got to get him out of the yips. We talked about the yips earlier. That's all we're waiting for.
Let me cut you out, Billy, because I know you're going to go.
He's already missed those kicks.
He's already made one of those kicks for y'all this year. He don't got the yips, bro. He just missing, bro. He miss kick. Young old cool, the coolest kicker name. He missing kicks, bro. He just missing kicks. No, you don't cut Justin Tucker. He fucking Justin Tucker, bro. Like 60, Mr. 67 yard. Billy, I just think you can't blame it all on Justin, bro. Your offense too good to be that sorry when it counts.
Okay,
I go back to Harbaugh, bro. I blame Harbaugh for not knowing who the fuck he wants Lamar Jackson to be. You want him to be Lamar Jackson or you want him to be Mr. Pocket? Like, it was one play last week where I seen where it was like Jesus was like, hey, here, Lamar, the Red Sea. And instead of running that bitch like he knew he could, he threw it. And I'm just like, that's not who you are. So I know, Billy, you want to blame Lamar. That's your favorite scapegoat, Lamar. I wonder why. I was just playing. But I do think that the head games that's been played with Lamar is not just with Lamar, bro. It's because of John Harbaugh. I think John needs to know who the fuck he want his quarterback to be. Like, it's cool, Billy, because you think about it.
Tonio, answer me. Is he an
Billy?
MVP?
Hold on, bro.
MVP?
Hold on, Billy. He the MVP. But the year he won MVP, Billy, he looked better than this. And you know why, Billy? Because wasn't nobody like, oh, you need to be in the pocket. Even though he had a high passer rating inside the pocket, he threw the ball when he needed to. But when he needed to get active and make plays with his legs, Billy, that's a thing. And man, that's a great transition piece. Matt, what you think, though?
For Justin Tucker, you guys went off on a tangent there. I feel like at some point, Harbaugh's got to sit him down and be like, hey, man, you pulled your hamstring. We're putting you on IR. Like, let him go take a vacation, go fucking whatever he did last offseason. Don't do that shit again. Take the rest of the year off, go fucking reset your mind. We're going to go sign fucking Mason Crosby or some bullshit, and then you'll be back next year. We're not going to cut you. You're still our kicker, but not this year, because it's just like anything else. If you keep fucking it up, it's very hard to make a drastic change in the middle of a season. He's missed 8 kicks this year. I don't even think he's missed 8 kicks his entire career before this.
Well, see, Matt, you saying before you make drastic decisions, telling him he on IR, drastic as fuck.
Yeah, we got the bye week this week. Let's let him fucking work through his stuff. Let's see what he has.
If he missed a kick this week, all right, buddy. Remember what we talked about? You pulled a hamstring. We got this guy coming in from the fucking XFL.
Billy.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That was good, Matt. That was good.
Speaking of Lamar using his legs, though, let's talk about something controversial, bro.
Go ahead.
Can he be the kicker?
Maybe.
He's got good legs.
Hey, Chad Ochocinco kicked.
Good. But let's let the GOAT talk to us about something real quick, Billy.
Good.
Protect players and player health and safety. It's been on and on and on. And the only aspect that I think is very challenging, and certainly for Trevor Lawrence, nobody wants to see anybody get hurt, but it is also the reality of a very physical sport that we play.
Yeah.
But the only way defensive players have to be aggressive. That's their nature. I always try to be aggressive on offense. We try to block aggressively. And at the same time, the defense tries to tackle aggressively. So I don't know. There's an aspect to me that I think the quarterbacks and certainly the quarterbacks need to take better care of themselves. I see Josh Allen running a lot. I see Lamar Jackson running a lot. And it's a great skill set to have. A lot of times I wish I had that skill set. And at the same time, when you run, you put yourself in a lot of danger. And when you do that, I don't think the onus of protecting an offensive quarterback who's running should be on a defensive player. I don't think that's really fair to the defense. So if you slide and it's, everyone can argue, was it black and white or was it just a gray area? Do you slide late or is it unnecessary roughness or is it a late hit? To me, a late hit is very late. There's quarterbacks that I see running and tiptoe on the sideline, and they're not even out of bounds, and they get hit as they're starting to step out of bounds, and there's a penalty flag thrown. So the aspect, again, for a play caller, there's more design runs for quarterbacks ever now than in the history of the NFL. So are we really trying to protect quarterbacks? Because if you are trying to do it through the rules, then why are the offensive coordinators not protecting their quarterbacks by keeping them in the pocket and not designing as many quarterback runs? So I think it's gone to a point where there's really, and everyone will label a certain player as a dirty player. I don't like that one bit. Maybe they fine or penalize a quarterback for sliding late, and say, look, if we don't want these hits to take place, we've got to penalize the offense and the defense rather than just penalize a defensive player for every single play that happens when there's a hit on a quarterback.
Billy, I 100% agree. I'm gonna be on the side of Trevor Lawrence slid extremely late. Not extremely late, but it was late. And I don't think that the defensive player should have been suspended. Because how many games was he suspended?
3.
That's crazy. That's insane. Like I've been saying, like we always say on the show, and I'm gonna keep saying it because I play the sport, you play the sport, Matt played the sport. It's a sport we love. But from day one, from junior to or the little Pee Wee League to now, baby, football is a dangerous sport. We've seen shit happen. I'm sure y'all seen shit happen. I've been a part. I broke somebody's leg, Billy, not intentionally, just ended up being that way. I've seen somebody get concussed. I've seen somebody get partially paralyzed. Billy, it's a lot of shit that happened in football, but it's football, dog. It's a high-speed, high-collision sport. Yep. I don't think we've already taken away a lot of shit from the defense. You already can't tackle. Form tackling, not even form tackling. So now we're gonna penalize them for somebody like we. The irony in Tom saying that he was probably one of the most protected quarterbacks.
And every time he got hit remotely close to late would be like, "Where's my fucking flag?"
But that's the game you play, right?
Yep.
But it wasn't too many times where Tom was just like, "I'm gonna scramble for this." It had to be wide the fuck open. I think it took Tom Brady like 200 or 300 carries to get 1,001 yards. There's a lot of carries, bro. But I just, and when he would take out the running, it would be man coverage all the way down the field, and there was no one around, and it'd be the slowest first down you ever see. But he would protect himself. He slid on time. He talked about when that Bills player knocked him the fuck out when he took off the running on the sideline. And I was like, oh, fuck. But he didn't get no flag. He just got the fuck up. They knocked his helmet off and everything. But I just think that we got to start penalizing these quarterbacks then, if you want to do it like that. Or I think you should call it fair, bro. Because I hate to bring it in here, Billy, but if Lamar get hit like that, ain't no flag coming.
I think any quarterback gets hit like that, there's a flag.
No, man. We seen it happen with Prime, or not even Prime Vic, old Vic and Prime Vic getting smacked like that.
That's different.
That was a little different, Tony. Today, comparatively, you can't do that. I understand where you're coming from, but also I think
Justin Fields not getting no flags.
He doesn't slide though. He takes him and Tua think they can just go through people or go around people. Tua more so.
Tua don't know what he think he can do no more, man.
I think too it's different. It's different for Lamar because I think I've watched every Ravens game the last 3 years. I think when Lamar is running, there's defensive players are so scared because he has that stop and then just turn back on the jets. So defensive players break down a lot more. So he's able to do those slides a lot better than, like, let's say a Trevor Lawrence, who when he was going on this specific play, if we could talk about this specific play, if Trevor Lawrence is running, you're not worried about him shaking you out of your boots. That's not something you're even remotely thinking about. Where if
he
it's
might
Lamar,
outrun you, he's got great straight line speed for a quarterback who's that big, but he's not going to go around you or make you miss. Yeah.
Right. And Lamar's going to do that. And I think that's where it came in. And then if you look at the hit specifically, I think too, defenders, I don't know why. I don't know if it's different. When I was on defense, I would tackle with my arms. I would never, like, you look at him and look, I can't say his name right. If you look at when he goes in, he literally goes in like this, arms down. He literally is going for it, arms down, trying to hit him in the head. Like, that's where it's bad. Like, right. But like you said, these defenders, they can't do anything. You can't hit a quarterback low. You can't hit them high. Imagine a running back running and then just sliding down so they don't get hit. What the fuck? Don't be a pussy. Stop. Get out of bounds. Hurry up. Get out.
I mean, Tyler Lockett, wide receiver, but he almost never gets tackled. Every year there's a montage of him catching the ball and just going down. Yep. Yeah, or going out of bounds.
But again, with Tom Brady saying anything, you have to listen. Just perk your ears up to see what he's fucking talking about. And if that's something he's saying, then he's 100% right. Don't have designed runs if you're worried about your quarterback getting fucking mollywopped. Don't have a design run then. Because Lamar has gotten fucked up probably 100 times.
Or have that talk, don't be a hero. Just go down when you get enough yards for whatever we're trying to accomplish. Live for the next down. If you can get the first down, go down at the first down line. I don't care if there's 5 yards in between you and him. Don't try to ease into another yard or two because then this happens.
Right. Just, hey, first down, got it. But then where did the refs come in where it's like, oh, he got past the first down. Okay, call it. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that what we're going to have to come to where the refs
literally... No, but it's going to be on the player. I heard on ESPN radio today that I forget the guy's name, but he's like basically like how you call for a fair punt if you're running and then you just wave your hand or whatever the signal is that they come up with. But then that would, someone's going to fucking break their arm while running with the ball and something crazy would happen. But like just a signal, be like, hey, play's over. I'm done. Fucking stop.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't want to see that, Billy. If you take off as a runner, as a runner, be a fucking runner.
Yeah, and that's where I think Tom was getting at. Everyone's saying Tom's saying offensive should be penalized, but he's a runner. He's not sitting in the pocket getting blown up, fucking helmet to helmet hits.
Or
he's running the ball.
Teach these guys, you can slide, but you could also take contact. Yeah, guess what? That's a big linebacker. Guess what? You're 6'6". Yeah, you're taller than him, but you weigh just as much. You can deliver a blow just like him. You don't ever see Josh Allen fucking getting concussed. Danny Dimes, before he went down, he was fucking thumping people, but he tore his ACL completely unrelated.
Fucked up this year, Matt. Did he get fucked up earlier this year?
That was an out of bounds hit, though.
Yeah, but Josh Allen's not getting in a Tua situation where he's sliding and fucking head bounces off the turf and hits a guy.
But all right, hey, let's quickly get into our last topic of the day. We're gonna get into our next week's or here. Next week's matchup predictions. We'll do those pretty fast. Green Bay, Detroit. Tonio, does Green Bay have a chance against the Detroit Lions?
Nope, Detroit.
All right, so everybody's taking Detroit.
We're indoors.
Actually, indoor. Yeah, okay, never mind. I was going to be different. Chargers at the Chiefs. Who we taking?
I hope the Chargers win. I don't like neither team, but I'm going for the Chargers. Fuck the Chiefs.
Jim Harbaugh, unless they're playing the Lions.
I want Buffalo to get a first-round bye, so I'm also rooting for the Chargers because I want Buffalo to get a first-round bye and then lose their first playoff game. And then Bengals-Cowboys. What a Monday night game that we get. Jesus Christ.
Bengals by 200 if I can.
Plus
game cancellation is what I'm praying for.
Give me.
Bengals are fun and the Cowboys are not.
I'm gonna go Bengals, bro. I hate the boys.
I'm gonna go Cowboys just to keep it spicy.
You hate that, don't you?
I do. I'm not happy about it, but yeah. We'll get into Billy's best next week because we won't have so much to cover for college football, I think.
For sure.
Yeah. This has been a great show. I got a lot of reels to put out. This has been a great show. I think we talked about enough controversial stuff to keep it light and not too dark. But I think the further we get into this, I think we'll get. Oh, I see what I did.
Too dark.
So, whoops. But obviously, we'll get into a lot more other stuff. There's a whole bunch of content to put out. You can look at our IG. You can look at our Facebook. How everything's kind of coming out. But Tony, you got anything to say to the fans?
Yeah, man. Follow us on everything except for YouTube at Brick Shots U. We appreciate y'all, the alumni. Hey, go make sure y'all check out my boy for y'all Pure Ambition gear. Again, his on every social media handle is Pure Ambition. Go get y'all some gear, some merch. It's cold. He do hoodies and all of that. Other than that, it's been an amazing show, and we'll see y'all next Wednesday or Friday, dog.
Appreciate it.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Brick Shots with Billy Antonio.
Fit them old bricks. Ballin' like a with all these bricks.